rebroadcasting right away. There isn't a bad seat in the house, though.
That just means if you want to see it, anytime in the future, you need to get down there on Saturday.
You need to get down there and see it.
I think that for anyone who's interested in mixed martial arts in St. Louis, this is a really, you're getting your money's worth because this is like 17 fights. Yeah. 17 fights, you heard me? 17 fights, that's a lot.
Yeah, in UFC, you're watching 4 or 5
fights. You
know? Even most local shows are 10 to 12 or 14 fights. I mean, we usually try and have about 13 fights on the local cards that I put on. So 17 is absolutely a bonus, and then you're getting the best of the best in this area, or some of them.
Not a bad seat in the house with the Jumbotron. You're never going to get blocked out by the referee or a pole.
Wow.
And all of you people out there who don't want to watch you guys fight, the girls also too.
Oh yeah, got some girl fights in pipeline night.
We have girl fights.
And do you know Lori's opponent's name off the top of your head?
Aaliyah Williams.
Aaliyah Williams, and this is
actually a rematch.
Yeah, grudge match.
It is a grudge match. I know.
Every
Aaliyah
is ready to bring it.
Exactly. She's like, I like her, but I'm gonna have to try and hurt her.
Bitches get stitches.
I love it.
Yeah. Exactly. Right.
She's funny.
She
works hard though. She's a tough fighter. I've seen her fight a couple times now, and she works hard.
Yeah, she keeps going all 3 rounds.
Yeah, and there can't be that many women that she trains with there. She's stuck in a room full of a whole bunch of guys that are working hard.
Stinky, sweaty guys.
It's got to be a little bit harder for the women
except me,
to be respected in any of these settings. So I really respect them.
Are you not stinky or are you not sweaty?
Both. He sweats. I sweat just a little. Professional at that. Well, it's going to be a great night for fights. It's this Saturday night at the Chaffetz Arena. What time does it start?
7 o'clock.
And tell me about the rounds. Are they 3-round fights?
These are amateur fights. It will all be 3-minute rounds.
Great.
So we'll do a minute rest. We'll have 2 intermissions. We'll make them brief because with 17 fights, you're going to have enough time to go to the bathroom and get back to your seat.
No, the title fight is a 4-round fight. I believe probably it's 4 rounds.
I don't think it has to be.
3-4
really?
minutes.
According to the kick rules, honestly, Steve and I haven't mentioned whether it was going to be a four-round fight or not. It doesn't have to be according to the rules.
Oh, okay, well there you go.
Interesting.
Better get it done a little bit quicker then, James, or is he fighting again? I'm sorry. I would ask at that point.
Yeah, you caught me on that one. It's
Joey Valdez.
Valdez.
That's it. I knew
Fighting
it.
out of the war room.
Yeah. I wanted to say Valdez, but then I'm conflicted with Valdez.
Well, you got 17 fights. That's a lot.
I was like,
Start at the top, Scott. Tell us everyone.
You refereed Joey Valdez at Fisher's.
At Fisher's just a month.
Yeah, and whose fights are those over at Fisher's?
That was
Jim Boucher.
Jim Boucher, good guy. Been putting on.
Those were exciting fights.
There were only 2 MMA fights that night that Joey Valdez, he won a title that night at Fisher's, one of Jim Boucher's titles. So, again, you have another title holder who's fighting, another title holder. James Walsh's title holder already, and fighting Joey Valdez, who holds the title, and they're fighting for the Steel City Rumble title. So that's really exciting.
Well, I say at every fight, if you've seen it on TV and you enjoy it, it's exciting. But if you see it live, it's so much more.
You come to one show, you'll never stop coming.
Right, and local shows are just that you get a chance to be up front. I mean, if you went to a UFC show, you'd be back so far. You're better off watching that on TV. But these shows are small. You get to be right up front there. You're close enough to see the action. This is exciting, and this is something that you'll never forget. I mean, this changes the whole difference. You really get to hear it. You get to see it. You see the sweat that gets coming out. You see exactly what's going on. The intensity of the fighters. It's nice to see it on TV, but it's nothing compares to seeing it live.
Go ahead.
In the Chaffetz Arena, I think you're gonna get the best of both worlds. You're gonna be in a place that's small enough where you're.
But I'll tell you right now, go to any show. Support any of the shows. You're not going to be disappointed.
Right. Yeah, we're going to be talking about some other local shows too coming up in a little bit later in the show. But yeah, there's a lot of local shows going on. I just think.
I think your shows were always so intimate, and they had the upstairs, and you're looking down. Mm-hmm. I thought that was one of the most exciting places to see it. People were up there cheering, and they're looking down on top of this thing here. I thought they were going to jump in. It's a great place there. So every show has a different environment, a a little bit different atmosphere, and they're all fun.
Yeah, and I'll say it out loud so everybody knows that, one of the reasons Jim's shows are always so good is Jim's a great matchmaker. Steve Knobel's a great matchmaker.
These are two of the really good matchmakers in St. Louis.
And that's why, you're gonna get guys who are compared to each other. But that's, they're gonna go out there and get a challenge every time. Very rarely, it's unavoidable sometimes. Somebody has a bad night and just gets knocked out real quick. But you bring in two guys who've been training hard, training long, you're gonna have a war.
I couldn't judge every one of these fights. I couldn't tell you who's going to win.
Well, I bet you.
I don't see who has an advantage on any one of them.
I bet you Steve would say the same thing, though. It's not hard to matchmake good. It's not. It isn't. It's just taking your time and asking the questions of the trainers and learning enough about the fighters that you match it fairly. I mean, I think a lot of people just don't spend the time. It's hard to do a promotion. There's a lot to do. And Steve's a great matchmaker. I mean, Steve has always given me great input on matchmaking too. So it's not that hard to do. I think you just, I'm going to challenge the other guys to get out there and just learn about these fighters. And one of the ways you'll learn is by going to these other shows. If you're not the promoter of this show, then you should be going to it to watch the talent that's on this show so that you can matchmake even better. That's what it takes, these guys aren't on television, so you got to go to the live event to learn about them. And, it's not that hard to matchmake good. I think everybody both opponents deserve a fair chance to win. If you're the matchmaker, the very least you can do is to do enough of your homework, try and deal with someone, and learn enough about the guys that you can do your job and do a good job with it. So there's something to be said for the small, intimate things you're talking about, but I'm looking forward to the bigger arena show that still has the intimate feel to it. I mean, there's nothing like seeing guys that at a big arena like that. I mean, that's cool. If I went to a UFC show, I wouldn't be up in upper nosebleed. I'd probably be at the hotel next door. I probably wouldn't even get into the right hotel. It's so hard. So.
We talked about the prices for some of these UFC, and we're talking $2,500. You're talking $400 to $2,500 and more to go to some of these events. I mean, these things are very, very reasonable.
We're going to start charging that on local shows.
Yeah.
If I only need to sell 5 tickets, it'll be all right.
But just sell 5, it'll be
Just
good.
sell 5 around the ring.
It's going to be exciting to be at a show that there's 2,000 people at, and it's just. There's nothing like it. Live entertainment of any kind. I don't care if it's comedy or any sports or a band. It's always better when it's live. And for these guys to not go out and see this is just crazy. I mean, the prices are really reasonable. You guys are doing a show that's a major production compared to the smaller shows that we do, but yet the pricing is no higher, if not a little less. So
the $30 and $40 level, I think, is attainable for you.
Sure.
Anybody that's got 2 nickels to rub together can actually come out and see the show. So
there you go.
We don't really want to make it outside of reach from anyone. Our most expensive tickets are only $50.
And they always tend to go the fastest.
They're gone.
They're gone.
No $50 tickets left.
There you go. So if you want to see the show, what's the number you need to call again?
Oh, Andy's got the.
I got the number.
314-534-1111 for Metrotech.
Or just show up at the Chavis box office.
There you go.
They'll sell you tickets right there.
My son and 4 of his Marine friends are coming down from Fort Leonard Wood just to see the show. They're coming back for that next weekend just to do that.
Happy to hear that.
They want to see Adam fight. Sean got to fight on his first MMA fight, and Adam Flowers' first fight were on the same card out Jim Boucher's place in Belleville. So yeah, he's excited to be able to come out and watch Adam.
Carly, you look like you were about to say something about 3 times. What was it?
Oh, I lost that train of thought.
I can do that to people. Don't feel bad.
I just have some serious television going on here now.
Scott, I don't think we could load your commercial onto the thing here. I don't think it's successfully loaded on to get on.
I've done it twice.
But I couldn't pull it up to the decks.
Guys, you can go. If you can't, you can go to the. In the meantime, you can go to the Ground and Pound website right on riverfrontradio.com, and you can click on the commercial. It'll give you the information too if you missed what we were talking about.
Yep.
I saw the commercial on TV last night.
Yeah, we're only missing one thing on our show. It's an engineer.
Oh, then just okay. Let's. How do I get rid of that?
We've got the lovely Jan filming.
Trying
We've got
to figure this
Andy
out.
is the wonderful host, lovely host, Andy.
Yeah.
See, these folks